We're live.
All right, we're live. We have new equipment.
Yay!
Good evening. So hopefully the video should be much clearer for all you folks out there, much less grainy, although
It's moving because of the dog.
because the dog is right here.
Lila,
saying
say hello.
hi. Well, gotta love her. So, and also the audio, with any luck, will be better also. We're going to listen to it afterwards. We've done some testing, so you know this is a definite upgrade as far as that's concerned. So hopefully everything will be just fine for everybody. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Sandy.
Hello.
Everybody's here. Well, Scott's there. Scott down in Florida. And we have finally hit summer here.
We're
finally
having a heat wave.
We're finally in the mid to high 90s.
So am I the only one in the universe that whenever there's an opportunity I can burst into song? Like we're having a heat wave, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to punish you with that. But just know that it could happen.
Trust me,
it
does.
It does happen all the time.
Yeah, it does. So the thing about the camera is a little bit off on this, so we're trying to compensate by where we're looking, which is actually not at us, but you know, I'm kind of visually I'm looking at Janie while I'm talking, so hopefully everything will be okay. All right, now that we've gotten all that done, it's Wednesday Wisdom. You know, I always make a joke about being something other than, but it is Wednesday Wisdoms. So, but we have terrible jokes, and I definitely have those. Actually, there's one or two that actually were kind of funny, a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Will, if you want to find your dog, you should put an ad in the paper. Bill, don't be silly. Fido can't read. Which cats make the best bowlers?
What are you doing?
Alley cats. What did she do?
I don't know. What are you doing, Lila? It used to be, what's in your mouth? Whatever it is, drop it. Now it's, what are you doing?
Yeah. So you got the bowlers?
Yes.
Okay, alley cats.
Alley cat.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Why are dogs such terrible dancers?
They have 2 left feet.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
I have the intelligence of a 6-year-old.
Well, hopefully we all have at least that, and hopefully the sense of humor. Because I mean,
Yes, well.
you know,
What is she doing now?
I don't know.
She's looking at the vent that has the air conditioner. She hasn't seen
never
that
seen that before. So yeah, okay.
Air coming out of a hole in the floor. Whatever. I have to look at that.
How do you spell mousetrap using 3 letters?
Rat. No. Cat. Cat.
Boy, there we go again. She got it again. C-A-T. That's why I don't tell her these, because she figures them out. Of course, they are kind of obvious.
They're just bad.
So. Okay. I'm done.
Oh, no, you're not done. Are
I'm
you
not.
really?
Aren't I?
What?
Oh, we're going to do these now?
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted you to
Okay.
help show these off. I have some. It's going to be one of those days. I have some crystal hearts here for you to see. This is a septarian. I'm going to hold that up there, Phil. You're better at holding it up there. You do pray for me. I pray. Oh, please pray.
If you wonder what that noise in the back there, the dog is tearing up paper. So.
We'll take it away from her in a minute. Okay, that's a septarian. Isn't that pretty?
It's pretty.
I have a whole
That's a good picture.
collection of
Look at that.
hearts.
Look at that. That's a good
I
picture.
know, it's a really good picture.
Okay.
This is citrine. Oh, no. You could do it. Want to do it? See, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, yeah.
My left and right is. Well, you're not doing any better. There you go. So that's citrine. Isn't it pretty? With a heart. Yes. This one.
Oh, you know what? We forgot.
Is that better? What is better?
Sorry, we forgot our other lights. We figured that one out too. Oh, it sure changed the color of my face. Oh well, anyway. Pretty. Ooh.
Pretty, ooh. And this one is labradorite. Has some sparkly stuff in it. I don't know if you can see that or not. There it is. See the flash of blue and stuff in there? That's pretty.
Pretty.
And then this one is a necklace, but it's actually, that's how it was formed. Just natural. Natural heart shape.
That's actually hollow if you didn't see that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, you could do that a little closer. There you go. Isn't it pretty? the reason I wanted you to see those is we're going to be talking about our heart space again tonight. So
good.
that was a good segue into that.
Okay.
Now I'm done.
Now you're done? Okay.
And would you take the paper with the dog on the way out?
We'll see. Maybe if she stopped, I'll leave it alone.
Okay.
You know,
well,
like
you never know.
Let a sleeping dog lie.
I'll holler if we need you to do that. So,
oh no, she's torn it all up, so it's all in pieces.
Yeah,
so she's done her
she
job.
Should be fine.
She's done.
And hopefully she'll be calm now because she's been doing something. Which brings me to our subject, which is about our heart space. And on Sunday, we talked about coming from and being in our heart and living life wholeheartedly. And it's a real challenge to do that right now because life is challenging. And it's keeping us locked in our mind and in our judgment and in trauma. A lot of us are stuck in trauma. So what I want to share with you this evening is about how to move into your heart space more fully, how to exist here, and how to make that a safe place for yourself. As I was preparing for this evening, it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. So I prayed about it and was led to take a look at some of the things that the ancient ones had to say about the heart space and the heart of hearts. And here's the booklet. Beth and I are going to be presenting.
Removing this audio is a little bit subdued.
Audio is off. Okay.
We'll see if there's another internal. I know. We'll see if there's another internal adjustment, but we'll try just moving the camera closer in with the video.
So hopefully you can hear me now. Lost my train of thought. Oh, the ancient ones. So Beth and I are going to do a study group. It's a free study group. You're welcome to donate to the Divine Fellowship if you want to, which is highly encouraged because we could use it. But what I'd like to share with you is this is Ancient Ones Volume 2. And this, I gotta move that just a tiny bit. That way? I don't know. Whatever. And so there's some new information there. Some of you have already purchased Volume 1. This is Volume 2, and there's some new, really cool insights about that. So that's going to go, I think Beth is going to set up, invite people to the link starting in the next day or so. So if you're interested in that, it would be really good for you to let us know. So you can put a note on this, type it in. Phil will get it. I'll add your name to the list, and we'll send you an invite to that group, that study group. Anyway, one of the things that the ancient ones had quite a bit to say about that, and one of the things that they talked about is creating a safe haven for the heart. So as I went to bed last night, I was asking God, I was praying, and I said, okay, how can I make that easier for people? What process can I use for that? And I didn't know. So first thing this morning, I woke up and I had this insight. How fun is that? And I remembered something that I have done over the years in a different circumstance, but it totally applies to this. So some of you may know that Phil has ADHD, bless his little soul. And he, so in order to get his concentration, it's really important for him, especially if he's in a conundrum, can't figure something out. He tends to get spun up. And when he gets really spun up, if I let him be spun up, then he has this breakthrough and he has insights and understanding and creative awareness. If I challenge his irritation, then he gets irritated at me. It defers that energy away from his thought processes, and he doesn't get where he needs to go. So I get to let him be where he is and allow him to struggle through that. And there's a process that I do that helps me with that. And it's a process that can be applied to looking at our heart space. Because what the ancient ones encouraged us to do is to create a safe haven for our heart. And so when I'm watching Phil get spun up, it doesn't feel safe for me. It feels kind of scary and agitated and like I should make him stop because I don't want him to be upset. But if I don't let him get to that point where he has the breakthrough, then I'm short-circuiting his ability to find the way, to find a path, to find the breakthrough. So what I found works for me is I steeple my fingers and touch all my fingertips together like this, and I say, be the mountain. Be the mountain. And if you put that over your heart space, what you're doing is you're creating a safe space for your heart, for your feelings. Now there's your feelings and there's your heart of hearts. This is for your feelings. And right now our feelings are raw, are they not? And we're struggling. Be the mountain. When we touch our fingertips together, there's all kinds of energy circuits that connect throughout the body. So this activates the entire body into alertness and power. Not aggression, not control, not trying to fix anybody else's world, but empowering ourselves to be where we are. So do this. Steeple your fingers, touch all the fingertips together, and tap them and say, be the mountain. And what you've done is you've created a safe haven for you to just be. You don't have to fix that other person that has a different political view. You don't have to hate the hater. You don't have to try to reason with somebody who has a different perspective on wearing a mask or not wearing a mask. You can just be in this sacred space. Be the mountain. Now, in this opportunity of being the mountain, your heart space is at the core of that. What this is doing is this is acknowledging for you that wherever you are, when you're aware, you're on sacred ground. Be the mountain. You are on sacred ground. Now, within this sacred ground, there's tenderness. There's tenderness. I can be very supportive of Phil in his searching for an answer, searching for moving beyond his conundrum. The dog is talking. What's she talking about? What's she talking about? Being in that place of safety for my own self allows me to be supportive. Another thing the ancient ones had talked about it in this new volume 2 is when we are in that sacred space, when we're holding sacred ground for someone, even if they're in distress, even if we're not condoning their actions, and nor are we supporting any of their actions, but when we hold them in our heart, let me say that differently. When we hold their heart in our awareness, when we're in this sacred ground, what happens is they get a moment to breathe. And this opens a gap where divine source can come in and connect with them, and they can make a new choice. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. It's not our job to fix it, not our job to make them. But holding sacred ground not only creates a safe place for us, but it opens a door of safety for someone else who might be reacting out of fear or reacting out of trauma. Be the mountain. Just tap your fingers together. And what this does is this grants you space, and it grants you peace, and it grants you this rest. The description that the ancient ones utilized in their writing was about a little bird sitting in an alcove, and the storm was raging all around the bird, but the bird was safe, and the bird didn't have to be in distress. It wasn't being buffeted by the wind. He was protected. So it is when we're in this be the mountain, we're in this place where we're protected. I have a Bible verse I want to read you about that. Psalms 18. I'm going to start with verse 1. I love thee, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God, my rock, in whom I take refuge. My shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. So this is that sacred place. And when we do this, be the mountain, we're acknowledging our connection to divine source. And when we have that connection to divine source, then we have access to power that is greater than our own. Right? Anyone who's in a 12-step program is totally aware of the power greater than yourself that can and will assist if we just ask. So this grants us this sacred ground where we can be a blessing to someone else that's suffering. It also grants us sacred ground so that we can be at peace and have this space of rest. Does that make sense to you? Now, take this a step further. Be the mountain. Now notice when you put it over your heart space, how your heart space feels. Notice that. Take your awareness into your heart space. We think our awareness is always in our head. It's not. Our awareness is everywhere. Our awareness is in the energy field that surrounds our body. It's in our energy portals so that we can sense things before they get to us. That's how our intuition works. So when we take our awareness and bring it into our heart space, we're not operating from judgment. We're not operating from expectation. We're not operating from I'm right, you're wrong. We're operating from a place of just is. Now the good book talks about us having a body and a mind and a soul and a spirit. We know what the body is, we know what the mind is. The soul and the spirit, some of that is this emotional experience that we're having in this lifetime. And I think the spirit, when they're talking about that, I don't know, what do I know? But it seems to me that the spirit that they're talking about is this aspect of us that is eternal, that exists beyond what is happening now, has a sense of forever, has a sense of that eternity. And when I focus on Be the Mountain, I tap into that. I tap into that strength. I tap into that power that is greater than myself. I link in. And so I can breathe easily. And no matter what turmoil or trauma is going on out there, doesn't matter. Because I've found this refuge, this place of peace. So focus into that on your own. Take your intuition and your insight and your awareness into your heart space and be the mountain. Doesn't that feel wonderful? It grants you the ability just to be, just to be. Now, when you're in this space of Be the Mountain, there may be a circumstance that has you frightened, or you had been frightened about that. Now you can send that peace, that rest, that calm, that energy that you've tapped into, send that to that circumstance. Send that to that person. Send that awakening glimpse out as a beacon of light. Remember, we're a beacon of light. It says that a lot of times in the good book. And as we come to this sacred place for ourselves, we can now send intentionally that beacon of light into a circumstance or a situation, or even to a person, to grant them an opportunity for awakening, grant them an opportunity for awareness. So allow yourself to do that. And as you do that, you'll notice that your need to fix it, your need to change it, your need to make it different dissipates. Because tapped into that eternal aspect, you know that everything changes. What is today may not be here tomorrow. It may be different, might be better, might be worse, we don't know. But we can let go of feeling stuck. Because that stuck is just a perception that isn't really based in reality. It's not based in truth. It's It's based in our perceptions that are very limited. Based in our mental musings that are very limited. But our expansive awareness takes us beyond that, taps us into that which is eternal, and grants us this peace, grants us this strength. So I hope you'll try that. I think we're just about out of time. If you have a question about this process, type it up. Phil will give me a call, and I'll discuss it with you. So any questions about that? It seems simple, and yet it's so powerful. Try this for yourself multiple times through the day. This is a great way to start your day. Be the mountain. And guess what? It's a great way to end the day. Be the mountain. So I hope that blesses you. Mr. Phil, is there any questions? Let me check in with him. And of course the dog is playing.
Yes.
Were there any questions there, Phil?
Let's see. Not yet.
Okay. So that may just be the end of our process for today. Again, if you have a question, you can either leave it here, or you can text me if you are a friend. You're linked in that way. If you want to be a part of the Ancient Ones discussion group, study group, let me know, because we're going to get started with that. That will start the first day of July. And so you'll want to be a part of that. So there'll be readings, and you'll get a free copy of the Ancient Ones readings online, the digital version. So anyway, if there's anything else that you need to know, let me know. Love you much. Mr. Phil, you want to come out and we'll do a energy circle real quick? Hi, Lila. Wait. Oh,
Careful.
scared the dog.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, that wilded up.
Bye. Bye.
Wait, I want to do an energy circle.
Oh, we are? Oh, okay.
That's what I called you.
Well, for some reason, the dog got really excited when I came running in. So,
Yes.
In fact, she didn't know what the heck I was doing.
She likes her daddy. You silly goof. All right, energy circle. Bringing energy in. Sorry. Bringing energy in from that higher source that you are connected to always. Let it fill your heart space. Let it fill this sacred space that we've just created. And from that, send it to the left hand, receive from the right hand, and let that energy build. And as that energy builds, you may have someone in your circle of influence that could use comfort or encouragement or healing. You can send this energy to them, and they'll experience it for us, with us. So just hold them in your heart, in your mind for just a moment. Deep breath in, and exhale to release them. Both hands up. Collect all the energy you'd like to take with you from this place. Bring it into your heart space. May your life be a prayer. God bless. We'll see you next time. Love you much.
Toodles.
Toodles.
Toodles.